Welcome everyone to patternspot.com. Today's training video is really for designers, anyone interested in uploading their patterns to the site. We're going to show you around the site briefly so that you get a feel for how your patterns appear and your profile appears. Then we'll go through actually uploading your patterns to the site and creating those for sale. So let's get started. Basically, when you come to patternspot.com, on the landing page, you will notice three panels in the center. One is called Featured Patterns, and this is about 36 patterns that rotate based on a theme. And this week's theme is Scrappy Quilts. You can see there's 88 Scrappy Quilts that will rotate throughout this. And we change this about once a week or so. The other panel are featured designers, and if you're a designer on PatternSpot, you will upload an avatar and it gets rendered here. Now this is just completely random. Whenever you refresh, it changes the page, or anytime you navigate to the site, these change. So as long as you've uploaded an avatar and have at least one pattern uploaded to the site, you'll be part of this rotation. The third tab are best sellers, and this is generated from actual sales on the site. So these are the top sellers here. On the left-hand side are different places to navigate. You can look at just new patterns, best sellers, etc. We have three main categories of patterns on the site: quilt patterns, sewing patterns, and garment patterns. And the number next to each subcategory corresponds to how many patterns are uploaded in that particular subcategory. Now when you go to look at an actual pattern on PatternSpot, this is what we call the product page. And for you designers, the thing you want to notice is the title of the pattern is here. This is the name of the designer, and this can be your personal name or your company name. Over here is the cover of your pattern, and these are alternate JPEGs or PNG files that you've uploaded. And the user can click on those, and we have this nice zoom feature here which allows you to hover over, and you can actually go in close and take a close look at the pattern. And then to get rid of that, you just hit the cancel zoom. The other things to note: this is where the size of your pattern is listed, the price, the size of your PDF, and how many pages, the level, beginner, intermediate, or advanced, and this is where users can actually rate the pattern using our spot system. And consumers can add it to their cart, they can add it to a wish list, they can email info to a friend, and then they can Facebook or pin it or tweet about it. Down here is where your description of the pattern will display, and it can be expanded or collapsed simply by clicking. There's a tab for more by this particular designer, and then about the designer is listed here. So this is your profile, which I'll show you a little later how you set all that up. Okay, so that's how the site works, and this is for each pattern that you upload, you'll have a separate pattern page. Okay, so let's go ahead and go through the process of registering and uploading. When I first come to the site, I can obviously browse the site without logging in, signing in, or registering. But in order to upload a pattern or to purchase a pattern, I do have to register on the site or sign in on the site. So if I click this register button, I get a pop-up window that asks me if I already have an account, and if so, I can enter my information here to log in, or I can log in with Facebook or Twitter. But we're going to assume we have never been here before, and so we're going to click on this register for a designer account button. You're going to click on that, and over here is where you would register for a shopper account. With a designer account, you do not need a separate shopper account. You can shop or upload using that button. Okay, so once we click on the register for a designer account, we're going to come to this page here. Let me just get rid of that info. And here's, you'll see you're on step 1, account setup, which is highlighted in orange here. And you're going to go through and enter all these fields, email, password, all the basic stuff you're used to. Down here, you're going to come to a PayPal email account, and we need this in order to pay you each month. And many of you already have a PayPal account, but if you don't, you can click on this link to set one up. There's no cost, and it's simple to do. And this PayPal email account may or may not be the same email that you use for your correspondence up here. Okay? Then to finish up, enter this strange characters you see here, and that would be the number 14. This changes, and if you can't read it, just click that button and it'll give you something maybe easier to see. I find it annoying, but it is how they what they recommend. So then you're going to agree, check the checkbox here to agree that it's your original material you're uploading, not that it's not someone else's. And then you will click register. I've already registered, so I'm just going to sign in, and that's going to take us to step 2, because the system assumes you're ready to go. You're ready to upload your PDF patterns, edit, and publish. But you do not have to go to step 2. You'll see that now the account and register buttons are gone, or the sign in and register buttons are gone, and now you just have the account button here. So you don't have to upload everything. You can, but you can come back and do it later as well. And you'll notice now that it's saying hello, and it says patternspot.com, but it will just say hello to you, and this is how you could sign out. All right, but we're going to assume we're going to go ahead and upload a file. We're going to go through the process. So I'm going to select the file button, and then our agreement pops up between PatternSpot and you, the designer. You can read through that here. It's also you can view it on our help section. Once you click agree, it asks you to select the file you want to upload. So I'm going to say add a new file, and the one I'm going to upload here is called a cell phone pouch, and I'm going to upload that. It tells me what file, the size, and then I click upload, and it'll give me a status bar down here. Now if I want to add another file, I don't have to wait for that to finish. I can just click a new file, and I could add another one. I'm not going to do that, but you could add as many files as you want, and then you can go to step 3 for all of them, one after the other. Okay, so I'm going to wait for that, and then it's going to take me to step 3. Step 3 is where I go through the process of naming the pattern, uploading alternate images, etc. So when you name your pattern, it's just automatically going to put in the file name, but we don't really want that. I highly recommend you put in the name of the pattern. So we're going to call this the quilted cell phone pouch. In fact, it's so popular today, I'm going to call it smartphone pouch, okay, because everybody's got smartphones these days, or a lot of people. And then here's where we need to upload our images for the cover and for enticing shoppers to purchase. So I'm going to click browse, and I've got a couple images here to upload. I don't have to wait for that to finish. I can just go right to my second one, click open, and those will upload. And you'll see the requirements are over here, the maximum file size, the minimum image size, and the optimum sizes. So we highly recommend that you upload good quality images, because when shoppers use that zoom feature, which I showed you earlier, it's nice and crisp for them. Now you'll notice this message popped up here. I need to make one of these my image cover. So I'm going to just select this for my cover. I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to enter a description. Make sure you use lots of keywords in your description because all of these fields are searchable by Google, and if someone's on Google and types in, you know, smartphone quilted pouch, they don't necessarily have to be on PatternSpot to do that search. This pattern will come up and it will link them to our site. So it's important to use rich keywords here. So I'm just going to use a very basic one, quilted pouch. Oops. And I would make that much more if it weren't a demo. I'm going to price it. If I can put 0 if I want to make it free. I can put in $5. I don't need the $sign. Size, you can put anything in here you want, but I'll say one size fits all. Tags, I might put in here iPhone. I might put in cell phone, quilted pouch. Oops, I keep misspelling that. You get the idea, but you can put in, I think, up to 10 different comma-separated terms. Then we're going to select a category. You're required to select a parent category. I'm going to put this in sewing patterns. And you're required to select at least one subcategory. And so I think I will choose, I think this is appropriate, bags and totes. And I always like to be in as many places as possible, so I think maybe I would put that in organizers as well. Then I'm going to give it a skill level, beginner, intermediate, advanced. I'm going to give it beginner. And step 5, you don't really need to address unless you're updating your PDF. And since we already uploaded a new PDF, I can skip 5. But if, for example, I had set this up and I got some feedback from a customer that there was a mistake or I found a typo, I could make the change in my PDF and upload a new PDF here, and everything else would stay the same. It would just update that and send out a message to anyone who's downloaded it that there's an update for them to get. I'll understand and comply, and I'll save that. Okay, and then it'll go through the process of saving that project to my dashboard. And so the next section we're going to go through is understanding your dashboard. So when you click on account, you are brought to my dashboard, and when you click account, it usually defaults you to the my account page. And under my account, I can view my orders. These are orders I've placed as a shopper, okay? I can look at my sales, and these will show anyone who's downloaded any of my patterns, okay? And it sorts it by, I can sort it by month, I can sort it by name, etc. These are my reviews, my billing info, my wish list, and my account info, okay? Now, if I go to my profile as a designer, you're going to want to set up your profile. And to do that, you come to my profile, you click on Edit My Profile, and you click here to edit profile, okay? Now I can make my profile visible to everyone, just me, or followers only. If I'm editing it, I may just have it available to just me if I'm still working on it, but basically you want everybody to be able to view it. It makes it all searchable by Google and all of the search engines. My username is going to be what I registered with. I can enter my name of my organization if I have one. I could use my first name, last name. This checkbox indicates what will display on my product page and in my profile. So if I wanted this to be pattern spot, and I wanted that to appear, it will, when I save this, this will change to Pattern Spot. Okay. Also, if you have partners in your organization, you can add additional designers here, and you could make the other designer listed up top as well. Otherwise, the designer appears in your profile on the left side here. You can delete patterns by simply pressing that. So I'm going to get rid of that because I don't want to do that now. Location, you can be as vague as you want, or you can pinpoint where you are. You can add up to 3 URLs that point shoppers to your blog or your Facebook page or your website, and those show up here, as you can see. Right here is where you'll upload your avatar. I highly recommend you upload an avatar so you have an opportunity of being featured, and it just makes it more personal. People like to know who they're buying from. You can upload any picture, and then you can use the crop tool to crop in on that. And you can upload a color photo or a black and white photo, but we render your photo in black and white. Then here's where you'll put a description of yourself and your company. You'll click Save Changes, and it will save those to your profile. Okay, so it saved my profile. Let's go back, and you'll note now it says Pattern Spot, which is what we put in as the designer. Click here for My Downloads. As I said, these are patterns that I've actually downloaded as a shopper. I can go to My Uploads, and this is where these are patterns that I've uploaded to my account. And I can look at these in a number of ways. They're automatically sorted by the best sellers, and it also gives you a view count. This is how many times shoppers have viewed these. But I can upload by publication date, difficulty, price, user rating, number of views. I want to see, so Chewy the Owl has been my most popular viewed 2,900 times. I can order it by highest to lowest, lowest to highest. I can look at 10 to 100 per page. Okay. If I want to upload a new pattern, I can click this button here and upload an additional pattern. But let's say I want to take Chewy the Owl down for a little bit because I want to adjust the price, or I want to adjust something about the pattern. I want to edit the name or something. You'll see right here it says free download for sale. It's a free download and it's for sale, which means it's live on the site. If I want to remove it from sale, I can click here, OK, and now it's free download, not for sale. I only recommend you do that for a short period of time because shoppers who've downloaded your pattern may lose access to the download if you've taken that off. So I'm going to put it back for sale. And now let's say you want to edit something. Let's say you found a correction you need to update a new PDF. You'll click the Edit Settings. So here's Chewy the Owl, and you'll see you're at the number 3, Edit and Publish. I could upload another photo if I wanted. I could change my description, change the price, and change the categories that it's in. Or if I needed to update a new PDF, I could click Browse, and again it would go through that process once again. But I'm not going to do that because I'm having so much problems with my speed. I would click I understand and save. Okay, so that's how you could edit a pattern in your dashboard. You can look at just your free patterns. You can look at just your for sale patterns. So those are different ways to navigate through the dashboard. The followers are people who are following you, and anytime that you upload a new pattern, your followers receive an email letting them know that you've uploaded a new pattern. Following are designers you're following, and again, then back to my account, shows you your statistics, sales, reviews, etc. Okay, so that's a look around the dashboard, the account section. I hope this was helpful for you. Please send an email to designer@patternspot.com if you have any questions. We'd be happy to help you navigate through the site, get your patterns set up, and join the hundreds of other designers who are actively selling their patterns on PatternSpot. So thanks for watching, and I hope this answered some of your questions. And good luck selling, and thanks for working with us. Take care.